Ooh. Quick wrist check. Today I have a Vostok Amphibia that I made a couple weeks ago, and the biggest question now is what to service. Today I have here a couple of possibilities. Some wristwatches. Here for example are polyod alarms. Very nice watches. Here are also some watches. Here is a mix between Chinese and Soviet movements. I think that's nothing special. Also a polyod is there. Let's see in this box what I have here. Here are polyods, mostly polyod automatic 2614. And this one at the bottom of the drawer, well, Swiss. That could be interesting. Let's see what we have inside. Timex, definitely not a Swiss watch. Let's see another one. Quite recognized brand, Stova. So that's German, also not a Swiss watch. Could be also interesting, but this one, PWC. What a strange name, PWC. But it's a Swiss. I see here with small letters, Swiss made, waterproof. Adriatica, also a Swiss watch. But this one is not complete, so only movement. Balance seems to be okay, maybe something that I can work on in the future. Here are also some movements, also a Swiss movement. I don't have the case. And this one? Swiss made. Bourbon. Bourbon. Wow. That's interesting. Quite big. Let's compare it with the Vostok. Okay, a little bit even bigger than the Vostok. It's Swiss made. Bourbon 23rd Street Super De Luxe water resistance. Yep, I think I found the object of the service for this video. So I see it's even working, but when I push the crown back, a little bit weird, and yeah, well, I cannot wind it, so definitely it's something damaged, something broken inside. Here is some sticker. Okay, let's go into this watch. Welcome on Ticking Watch. My name is Sebastian, and for my regular viewers, thank you that you are coming back and you like my videos. And if you are new on Ticking Watch, if you see Ticking Watch for the first time, subscribe and in this way be alerted for new materials. Okay, now let's come back to the watch. Well, the movement doesn't look very impressive, I have to admit this, but anyway, I will go. Let's see how it is built. Maybe it has a little bit different construction. On the movement we also see Swiss made. Very nice dial. The case and the case back, it even has a gasket. Let's push back, or let's put back the winding stem, and now I'm removing the hands. Anyway, you can see this, so let's see what we have under the dial. The dial doesn't have feet, it has this screw that are connecting it with the movement. So let's remove these screws. Pretty small. Bourbon, wow. And this is what we have under today. So we see the indexes are not applied, it's only a press plate. And here I see the reason why I couldn't wind it. So the yoke spring that is one part together with the yoke is broken, so I will have to fix this. I think that shouldn't be very difficult. I see here is a little bit cheating. And the rest parts, oh, it is looking a little bit different, so I'm curious how it is built. The first difference here, so that's the canyon pinion, and it is connected with some wheel that is probably a direct connection with the mainspring, and that's the minute or the hour wheel, and the spring is pretty normal. So okay, let's start the disassembly. First the balance. Constructa Watch LTD. Quite interesting, never heard. Swiss made. And 1 joule. That's the balance. Pretty. It's different, and I see we have here not a regular Swiss lever escapement, but we have here a pin lever escapement, so quite cheap movement. So I have to be honest with you. Not the state, still tension on the spring, so not the state of the watchmaking art. Again, this Constructa watch, but anyway, everything is moving freely. Shouldn't be a problem. This screw was of course a left threaded screw, like by any other, and because I think by this model first will be better to remove this screw from the ratchet wheel first and then from the crown wheel. Quite a lot of oil here, and here quite a lot of wear, and we see here that the top plate is connected with the main plane with some kind of pillars or columns, so this watch is built a little bit differently. I don't know if you saw my video about Rula chronograph. If you didn't, feel free to see it after this video, of course. And it is built very similar, this Rula. This one I think looks a bit better. Let's see the mainspring bar. Okay, I see it is also built a little bit differently. Here we have some kind of wheels. I remove all the wheels, but the second wheel cannot be removed. I don't know why. Let's remove also this screw that is holding the setting lever, and to remove this wheel I will have to remove these 2 screws and this bridge. Here is a caliber BF 866. Maybe any one of you knows what kind of caliber it is. Rather, we are not accustomed to see Swiss watches with such type of movement. This second wheel, I cannot remove it. Okay, I will leave it. Let's move to the other side. That's the yoke with its broken spring. Okay. See also quite a lot of oil here, and this is the broken part, should be somewhere here, and therefore there was no tension between the winding pinion and the clutch. And here, instead of a stone, we have only a metal plate, steel plate, probably very hard metal, and that's the pin lever. So it looks like we have, instead of 2 jewels, we have 2 pins. As you see, very easy mechanical solution. That's the part, and this is the escape wheel. A little bit different, but anyway, it is doing the same job. Also easy to manufacture. And that's the barrel with its weird wheels, 2 wheels. Okay, let's open the barrel and let's see how it is built inside. Probably nothing different. Okay, so this is just pressed. And here we have the barrel arbor, a little bit longer. Okay, so this video will be a little bit longer comparing to my other videos, so I will do here the whole service. I will not divide this one. So now the cleaning, and quite a lot of dirt was having this movement. It was a very good idea to service it. I don't know how it will be working. Anyway, here we have the clean parts. And now will be a big part about assembling. This is the mainspring, so it looks like pretty long mainspring. So I have a clean barrel and the barrel cover. So let's start the assembly and enjoy this part. It's pretty basic. Anyway, the construction is different. And that's interesting by watch service, by having experience with many different types of watch manufacturers. As you can see, it can be built differently, a watch. And it also working. And we will see this in a moment, so about in a quarter of an hour you will see this. Okay, here we have it. Now the barrel. Brass, it's not nickel plated, only brass. There are solutions in which you can clean brass and then the brass looks much better. Here are 3 holes. Actually 4, the last one is for the pallet. Here is the balance. As we see, we have no jewels here, only holes in the plate. This is probably a brass plate with nickel plating. Now the wheels. This wheel is connected with the second wheel. And that's the escape wheel. And here goes setting lever screw. That's the screw. Okay, now we have only one big plate, so could be a little bit difficult to adjust the pivots from the wheels with these small holes. But after some time I was able to manage this. As we see, we have only here one jewel. It is written on the top plate or bridge. It's rather top plate. Okay, let's secure the bridge with one screw. Here is the spring, click spring, so big. Should go here under this screw. Okay, let's secure also this one. And in the same time, this screw is not only holding. I will put also a little bit oil here. Where are these? Where? So this screw is not holding only this click spring, but also the whole plate. Okay, here we have it. Now the crown wheel. This one is having quite interesting screw. Oh, that's the screw. Constructa Watch. Do you know what company it is? Probably it doesn't exist anymore. Okay, so it winds. Now oiling, a little bit weird this oiling, but anyway.
1, 2, 3,
tail side. And here is this capstone from the balance. We have here no shock protection. A little bit cheating because they just save the money and instead putting here a capstone, a jewel, they made a metal plate. That's it. But it's also working, as you see. For sure resistance here is much bigger. But anyway. Okay. Let's install now this setting lever. That's the setting lever screw. Okay. Okay, should be adjusted. Now here I think I should put some oil. And also a little bit oil on the end, because the end of the yoke goes here in this gap. Exactly here. I hope you are enjoying this relaxing music. I know that not everyone likes this type of music, could be a little bit more dynamic, some techno. What do you think about music in my videos? Okay, now the screw. Here a little bit grease, but still the spring is missing. So what I can do in this case, I think I will not think very long. I just will put here this spring and this one should make their job. So let's install it and see if it is working, if my idea is correct. Okay, I think it's like it should be, and I will also put here a little bit this small steel plate so that the spring doesn't jump out. Could be a little bit longer, I think. Anyway, this plate it's from a broken mainspring. Okay, it's working, so I can wind the watch now. So let's finish the movement assembly. Now the pellet fork, or rather it's pin lever fork. So it looks like. It's the pellet cock. And the screw here is also holding the top plate. I think they couldn't be built cheaper. It's a pre-quartz movements, I would call them like that. So in the times when quartz movement weren't very popular or were still very expensive, they were built. So this type of movements were installed in affordable watches. Okay, I think this is working correctly. I have actually no idea how I should oil this part, but okay, I think this way will be the correct way. And now I have to oil also the jewel in the balance bridge. I will use this trick. As you can see, there is also no jewel there, only the capstone is a jewel. And disassembling the balance, disassembling the whole balance would be very laborious, so I'm doing the oiling in this way. I know it is a little bit cheating, but anyway, we have to work in this way. As you see, the hairspring is connected with this pin, so it will be very risky to disassembling it. Okay, I think here is everything like it should be. Let's install the balance wheel. Take some time. Do not rush here. I'm always saying this in my videos, but anyway. Okay, almost there. Let's adjust the wheel. Yeah, it's working. So the halfway is done. I think I can now fully wind the watch, or rather the movement. Swiss made, well, with one jewel. So it is working. We are on the right path, I think. What's left is to finish the other side. So here's the canyon pinion, a little bit different, and here's the hour wheel. Let's see if this is working. Yep, that's alright. So this keyless work is also working. The spring left. Now the dial. Very nice dial. I think I like this dial. It's really having nice color like Bourbon. So we have a Bourbon watch. 21st Street Super De Luxe. Wow. And it is Swiss made, of course. Okay, let's adjust these two holes. And let's secure the tail with this tiny screw. As you see, here is a little bit risky, so when the screwdriver slips, you can damage the tail. Anyway, would be nice to secure the screwdriver with something. With tweezers. Now the hands. Pretty straightforward task. So the hour hand is on place. Now the minute hand. We have no date here, so it is quite a simple movement. Not too many parts, as you saw. Let's check alignment. Fantastic day, fantastic color. Okay. Okay, could be a little bit better. I will have to adjust also this. And now what left is the second hand. Well, also a little bit alignment is needed here. Anyway, let's move on and let's install the tail into the case. And so it is ticking. Do you hear that? I think it's 18,000 beats per hour. So stay tuned, because on the end of this video I will also make a Timegrapher test. So let's see how this type of movements are performing. I heard that if they are working under the half minute a day, it's very well, because of its pin lever escapement. They are not very accurate. Okay, here we have a ring. So we shouldn't expect a lot from these watches. Anyway, I will be very happy to see this model on my wrist. Let's put a little bit grease on this winding stem, or stem rather, winding stem. That's the correct pronunciation, I think. Okay, works like it should. A little bit hard, but anyway, probably because of the spring. Let's screw back this case back. And yeah, here we have it. Here we have it. And I found also, I think, a bracelet that will fit this watch. Typical bracelet from the 70s. Flexible bracelet. And so it looks like on my wrist. So the watch is finished. What left is to see its performance. And with this bracelet I can imagine playboys from the 70s were wearing this type of watches. Hey baby, would you like to have a drink? Oh no. Oh, okay, so let's move to the Timegrapher test. As we see, it's not bad, so the performance isn't outstanding, and I also didn't expect this, but 16 seconds per day. In different position we have also a different reading. It's pretty normal by this type of watches. We don't have any jewels here, that's the reason. So that's the video. I hope you enjoyed and you learned something new. I hope this movement you like because it's a little bit different. Take care of yourself and your families. Greetings from Silesia in Poland, Europe, and be alerted for my new videos.